Do you know that this Independence Bridge in Lagos, there's another one in the United States, Michigan, and that one was actually built in 1976. And so usually bridges are maintained, and in fact that one was in 2025 January 27th to 31st. It was completely closed for maintenance, and now in Lagos they tried to replicate the same thing, but there was a catastrophe. People lost so much, and in the end there should be some form of accountability. People should not just be allowed to say in the name of maintaining road you make people suffer unnecessarily. So it was announced that on the 1st of April to on the 3rd of April the road will be undergoing its maintenance. And in the end, they said that there were leakages, sand were leaking somewhere, or sand was leaking somewhere, and that eventually, if it's not done, it could lead to a collapse of the bridge, and that so the bridge had what we call the structural problems, and so it needed to be maintained. Fine, no problem. But in the end, because they didn't go about it very well, that is the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi also, and him, that guy himself, he has been accused of having issues with somebody who he refused to pay, or whom he refused to pay, according to her, alleged that refused to pay her because she revolved the sexual advances. So bless everybody for Tinubu cabinet, one way or the other, or for Tinubu government. If that's when I like that thing when I like people. So in the end, you could like to deal with the people when they do not yield. Anyways, back to it. And so in the end, we saw people suffering. People who went to work, they were in that hold up for 7 hours. Some people had to even sleep in the hold up. And as you can even see on the screen, it was terrible. It was terrible. People lost a lot of money. And I'm telling you, billions of naira was lost because in the end businesses were affected. So many people could not go about their businesses properly, and who will pay for that? People should start suing government. So the Minister of Works and the Lagos State Governor Babajide, or the Lagos State government as a whole should be sued. And then eventually they brought their last man to start giving alternative routes. This same last man that you see, always wanting to come and arrest people. There was one time I was driving, and then of course the green light was showing yellow before it to show red. So I thought I could beat yellow, and then I moved, not knowing that some last men were in front, and immediately, just by a second, and then they jumped in front of me. They were lucky I didn't run them over, and eventually they collected so much money from me. So what am I trying to say? Apology is not just enough. They said they admitted that there was inadequate communication, because usually they said they would have been saying it like 2-3 weeks before. People probably would not have gone to work with their vehicles on that day, or people would have taken alternative routes, but they didn't tell people, and then in the end it was catastrophe. And as out on the 4th, they've opened some parts of it, and then maintenance is still going on. But in the end, the Minister of Works, who is being accused of sexual harassment, also has made an apology, and then Babajide too has made an apology. But I don't think those are enough. If Lagos is truly a state that a state that is celebrated for all the glory and every splendor that is associated with a city state, then things shouldn't be done like this. Because in Michigan, for sure, there was adequate communication, and of course, well, that speaks a lot about our, what's it called, our town planning system. How many connecting roads do we have, that leads to that Independence Bridge, or before and after Independence, so such that people would have been able to take those roads without actually finding themselves in the gridlock they found themselves in. A lot of persons lost a lot of money, and this is a shame on Lagos government.